Hey guys, Annie here. So today's video is going to be a little bit different than what I normally do, despite the fact that what I'm going to be talking about today is happening all over again. But I hope you guys enjoy and learn, or not. So basically, I'm going to be talking about my past relationship that happened about 5 years ago. And the reason why I'm talking about this now is because it's like deja vu. It's happening all over again. But I met him when I was 14 and he was 17. I met him at church. Like all relationships, you start off as friends and then little by little you grow as you get to know the person and stuff. And I started developing feelings for him, and so was he. Then later he asked me out. I said, yeah, sure, why not? Let's give it a try. But a few months later passed. He broke up with me due to the fact that his dad didn't like me, nor did his mom, because I was doing stuff that I shouldn't have been doing at 14. And he basically went to my best friend and told her for him that we were breaking up. He used my best friend to break up with me. And it sucked. But after a while, it took me 4 years just to finally get over him. But after the first breakup, like a couple months later, I texted him and I asked him, like, we were just talking again. And the first time we were going out, I was in 7th grade. The second time we were going out, I was a freshman. I just started high school and I was a freshman. So basically, after we broke up, a couple months later, we started talking again, and my feelings never changed for him. Despite what happened in our previous relationship, I still cared and I still loved him. So after we started talking, he asked me out again, and of course I said yes because I was in love with him still. And I was 15 when he asked me out again. The time range was actually pretty different, but the second time he asked me out, I was either 15 or 16. And of course I said yes, and we lasted for about a week. Little by little, we ended up not lasting very long. The reason why we broke up this time was because I would say something or do something that would upset him, and he wouldn't let me try and fix it. He would push me away and not talk to me no matter how many times I said sorry. And after that, again, we stopped talking. I left him alone for like two or 1 day, and I finally told him, I'm like, if you actually want to be with me, then text me back. If not, then just leave me on scene, like you have been for the past few days. And so he left me on scene. So I stopped talking to him for a while. And then again, we started talking. And again, we were just talking. We weren't going out this time. But we got into a pretty bad fight. And he started to call me names, saying that I was a sex toy, that I wasn't worth anything. So after we got into that big fight, my mom found out. And I was talking to her about it. And yeah. And then after that, for some reason, I went back out with him. Despite all the stuff that he called me, I still cared about him, and I still loved him. But he would say that he was sorry, that he wouldn't do it again. And I believed him. But again, if I did something that would upset him or make him mad, he would ignore me. No matter how many times I would try and fix it, he wouldn't let me. And that was the third time we started going out. A couple years later, we started talking again. And I was telling him that I was actually finally moving on from him after 2 years of waiting for him. It wasn't even 2 years, it was 3 years waiting for him to see if he actually was ready to go back in a relationship with me. Because the third time we were going out, he said that he was never ready for a relationship. And I got mad at that. So I told him, why would you ask me out? I told him, why would you ask me out if you were never ready for one? And he said he didn't know. So after a couple of years later, after 3 years waiting to see if he was actually ready for a relationship again with me, he comes out of nowhere and says that he misses me, that he loves me, and that he was sorry for everything. And I told him, I'm not doing this again. I was basically finally moving on after 3 years or 4 years of waiting for him. Waiting to see if he would actually want to be with me. After that, like I said, he would text me telling me that he loves me, all this and that. And I told him, no, I'm not going back to this. Then we started going off on each other, and I haven't talked to him in 6 years now. I mean, he still goes to my church and everything, but I don't talk to him. And basically, I was in a bad relationship from the beginning. Because when I was with him, I started to notice that I would change. I wasn't happy at all. I would say that I was, when in reality I wasn't. I would pretend that I was actually happy with him when I wasn't. But I had a thought in my mind saying that I was in love with him, that stuff like that. In reality, I just liked the fact that he was actually there for me. When in reality he wasn't. He would always prefer hanging out with his friends or skating. But after I stopped talking to him, I never actually started to get happy again. And I don't think I've been happy since this past 3 months. So, yeah. That's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Hope you guys liked it. Sorry if my face started to get red, because I am not good with talking about stuff that's happening all over again. It sucks. It's like deja vu. It is deja vu because it's happening all over again.